Oh, dude, they already drew.
So it'll be soon.
I think they already drew. Let me see.
All right, receiving the content. What's going on, Paraphilia? We are live. I am so sorry that we are late. We had some stupid tech issues as usual. Things like that happen.
Dude, I have the number 7.
On what?
Today's the 19th. No, today's the 23rd. Never mind.
Oh, was that one of the numbers?
Yeah. Oh, it's at 11 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So 10. Sorry, I'm talking about the Mega Millions.
We're trying to win the lotto, guys, so we can pay for more.
So we can leave this. So we can leave this POS room.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Fucking have a real studio. That'd be nice. But yeah, sorry, we had some tech issues, and you gotta love YouTube. Last week we couldn't do it because YouTube decided to crash.
Yeah. What was up with that?
Do you think there's a conspiracy behind that?
Nah, I think
Roman, think there's a conspiracy. It's more interesting.
I think the government took over. No, dude, there was I'm pretty sure they were just switching servers or whatnot, you know.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah. I think that's what it was. There we go.
Probably so.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's
I think that's what it was.
It's so much more fun to think that it was.
No,
something.
it is, because some people were saying how dude, I can't fucking make anything up, dude.
Well, no, they said that there was a live stream on the moon, like filming the moon.
There's no way.
And something hit the moon, and then it went out, supposedly.
Do you think a satellite got hit?
I mean, it could have been anything that hit the moon. If something did hit the moon, it could have been anything.
That'd be crazy if that's true.
Yeah, it is crazy. All right, let's go to the chat real fast. We got to say what up to all the peeps.
What up, peeps?
What's going on, John?
All
And we
three.
got Marissa, gang. We got Teresa. We got the Haunted Explorers. What is up? Thanks for everybody being on and waiting. I'm so sorry again. It's frustrating.
It's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
It feels like Monday.
It feels like Monday,
right?
But it's a Tuesday, right?
This week's kind of going by fast. It's already Tuesday.
It's already
about
Tuesday.
to be Wednesday tomorrow.
It's about to be Wednesday, and I kind of don't like it because I feel like my life's going away.
Well, you know how I live my days?
Hmm.
My gym days.
Yeah, how do you do it?
I'm off either Saturday. I'm usually off Saturday and Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I keep track of my days.
Oh, so you're off tomorrow?
Yeah.
So what do you do, like in the meantime, like your spare time?
Like when I'm not going to the gym?
Yeah. Do you like cook some ramen and just pig out?
Yeah, I usually chill. I mean, I don't eat like shit.
That's code
It's
for
not like
masturbation.
an off day. I do masturbate usually.
You know, they say that's actually good for you.
I'm sure it is.
Because it's a de-stressor.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're not getting enough action.
Marissa said you don't go to the gym. Girl, look at these guns, girl.
He's actually lost quite a bit of weight. Not that I'm saying you were fat before.
No, I was fat, dude.
No,
say it.
You were fucking fat.
I was fat, dude. When I got married, I was 260.
You know what's crazy?
And I sit around 200, sometimes under 200.
When we met, we were around the same weight.
We're 240.
240, 245-ish, right? I think I peaked at like 235.
Mm-hmm.
And now you actually lost more weight than I did. I didn't go to the gym or anything. I just changed my diet and I walked a little bit more. Like I walked off all my meals.
Oh, your baby weight?
Yeah, pretty much. I still have it.
Yeah.
But you actually lost more than I did now. You're under 200, right?
Well, I sit around 198. Dude, one day I'll be 205 and then one day I'll be 198. It's fucking weird.
Oh, I'm the same way.
It's so weird.
Like yesterday, I weighed myself at 209, and then a couple days before that, I was like at 211.
Yeah, it's weird.
It just fluctuates.
It fluctuates. Yeah,
and
same thing.
I'm like, that's why I gotta go to the bathroom before I weigh myself.
Yeah.
Gotta drop them a few pounds.
Marissa said I got girl arms. I know. My arms are getting big, and then I stopped doing arms. I started doing like CrossFit workouts where you like jump on shit and use those ropes and shit.
Yeah, that's good to get your whole body movement.
Yeah, I started burning more weight like that. Yeah, it is water weight. They say it's best to weigh yourself in the morning before you eat.
Yeah, you're supposed to weigh yourself in the morning, pretty much, or weigh yourself whenever around the same time that you usually do. Like make a routine of it. You know, that way you get a good idea.
If anybody out there watching and like you're trying to lose weight, dude, the best thing that helps for real is fasting, intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I usually try to stop eating. Like, I mean, most of the time I eat past it, but I try to stop eating before midnight, and then I don't eat till like 2:00 the next day.
Really?
I usually skip breakfast, but I know they say you're not supposed to do that, but I do because I try to fast for 12 to 14 hours.
I do that, but not on purpose, on accident. See, I cut myself off like around 8:00 or 7. I try to cut myself at 8, the latest at night, and then I won't eat. I'll skip breakfast, but that's because I do it on accident, and I eat around maybe like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so you kind of do it naturally.
Yeah, I do it
that
naturally.
might be what helped too. Because they say that helps a lot to fast.
Supposedly. I only eat twice a day.
And if I eat really, really, really bad one day, the next day I'll like fast until dinner, and I won't even be hungry.
Yeah.
Because I've ate so much the day before. It's like just a balance. Like
it's really weird how your mind works and how your body works. It's like whenever you build a routine upon that, like it's natural. But I'm pretty sure to someone who's not into that at the beginning, they're like, oh, how in the world do you skip breakfast? Because there are some people that are just hungry as soon as they wake up.
My wife, she's hungry every morning.
They're like, they get hangry.
Yeah. Dude, I used to not believe in hunger, and then I started getting hangry. Like the older I get, it's real, dude.
Get out of my way.
It's
I'm
real.
hungry.
Or when I'm sleepy. I'm like a toddler when I'm sleepy, dude.
It's true because your tummy's grumbling, and then you have a headache. You get a hunger headache, and you're like, man, I'm hungry.
Like, fuck everything.
I don't want to
turn into Hitler. Everything. You start forming groups against other groups.
You start growing a little tiny mustache naturally.
Yeah, your mustache.
Hey, dude, I got a tattoo. What is it? Swastika. Okay, never mind.
You just turn into Hitler.
So what's on the topic for today before we get too off topic?
Today we are talking. I know we're talking about geoengineering. Weather manipulation.
Oh,
weather weapons.
Weather manipulation. Okay, I'm a meteorologist myself.
Are you?
No,
I didn't think so. So, I mean, fuck. If you live in Texas, you know that the weather can be fucking crazy.
Do you believe? Before we get really into it, do you believe they actually manipulate the weather in Texas? Because we live in Texas. You lived here your whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
The weather here is crazy, man.
It is. It's wild.
It goes from fall to summer to winter within a week.
Yes,
right?
Dude. I can't remember one time it was 30 degrees in the beginning of the week, and then by the end of the week it was raining and it was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Many. Okay, I remember I was driving from Dallas back home to Houston. And in Dallas it was like 45 degrees, 30 degrees, and then I experienced some rain, got some hail down on me. And then, like, closer to Houston, it was like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was like dry.
Yep.
Like dry weather. It was so humid, too.
That happens because Texas is fucking big. It's like big. four states in one.
It's ridiculous. People don't understand, like, whenever they come from Europe, they want to do a road trip.
Yeah.
They want to do a road trip. Oh, I'll go to Washington. I'll go here.
Have fun.
And then, yeah, right, I'll go to Los Angeles.
20 hours later.
40, man. Freaking just going through Texas alone.
Going to West Texas, going to El Paso from here, it took us, whenever I went to Arizona with my friend for a football game, it took us, I think, 10 hours to get across Texas.
That's crazy.
10, 11 hours.
Yeah. And that's if you're speeding.
Yeah.
If you're going the speed limit, good luck.
Be there 4 days
You'll
from now.
be there. I know. You'll be dead on the side of the road.
Yeah, it's weird. So weather is a weird thing. I definitely think it's really weird, too, when you're, like, driving and you look and, like, a mile ahead you can see the rain. It's raining and it's not raining where you're at, and then you go through that rain cloud and it's just fucking pouring, and then you get out of it and
you're like, I can't see.
Yeah, dude, that's weird, man.
And then you have the crappy windshield wipers. You're like, why didn't I invest $1 more?
yeah You're like, son of a bitch. Dude, you put that Rain-X on your car. That
dude,
stuff's awesome.
If Rain-X sponsored us, I would just sponsor them without even.
You'd be so happy,
dude. Rain-X. If you don't have Rain-X for any of your vehicles, get Rain-X. I'm not talking about like the windshield wipers, because you can use generic windshield wipers. I don't know. I haven't really tried any other.
Right.
But I would at least recommend the Rain-X spray for your windshield wiper fluid.
Roman is not lying. Please use Rain-X.
That is a miracle.
That stuff is freaking awesome.
You just spray it on your windshield, and then the water droplets just fly off.
Yeah, you don't even use your windshield wipers.
I don't even use my windshield wipers when I'm driving. I was driving my mother's Explorer a couple of days ago when it was raining real bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was last week, and she doesn't have Rain-X on her car, and it's like blurry. The windshield's like, it's raining bad, and it's blurry. I'm using the windshield wipers. I can't see. A couple days later, I went to go pick them up from the cruise terminal, and it's still raining, right? And I put on Rain-X, and I let it treat like overnight because I used a spray bottle.
Right.
I didn't even use the windshield wipers at all, dude.
It just fucking rolls off.
It just rolls off.
Yeah,
dude.
when you show me that, I was like, whoa, that is crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
And I'm trying to freaking find this video that I sent to myself, so that way I can show the viewers. It's super interesting.
What is it?
Let me see if I can find it. I might have to.
Multiple messages, dude.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm getting off of Facebook. I'm getting way too many messages. Let me get on another YouTube link. This video is insane, dude. And right here, it literally shows you that like what we're talking about is possible. And I want to open up the show.
Open up your anus.
Open up the butt.
Open up the butt. So the show hasn't officially begun.
No, it is.
Oh. Well,
But
hello, world.
this is something that needs to be seen. It's freaking.
It needs to be seen. You need to be able to see it to be a believer.
So this was on an episode of Top Gear.
Yes.
Have you seen this video?
Yes, I love this. I love the show.
It's crazy.
Top Gear, the British version, not the American.
Okay, so what's the difference with the British version?
The hosts and plus the British
they have an accent.
no, they have an accent. They're British. No, the hosts on the Top Gear, the British version, they have a better chemistry. They have better chemistry between each other, one another. You can tell.
I didn't even watch the.
It's pretty interesting, dude.
Your headphones should be
okay. Plugged in. It's on Netflix, so you should check it out.
They do a lot of car stuff, right?
Yeah, it's mainly car, but they do a lot
But
of
I'm not a
science
car
stuff.
guy.
You don't have to be.
Really?
It's
still
not
just
really a car
interesting?
show. I mean, as much as they say it is. Anyway.
Okay, so this guy is at a NASA facility, and he is showing you this machine here that makes clouds, but it does a little more than that.
Wait the dead.
Is there volume?
Yeah, is it not playing in yours?
There you go.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest.
Look at that. All they're doing is pumping hydrogen in the air.
Yeah,
Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by
forming a
the
cloud.
engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain.
It's going to rain.
That's
So
crazy.
right
Look,
there,
it's forming right there. It's getting heavy.
they created a cloud. And it's raining. That is insane.
Within the matter
I
of,
told
what, an
you.
hour?
Not even, it didn't even
It's
seem like that
raining.
long.
That's unbelievable.
Right there. That just shows you that it's possible.
So, that right there, sorry. Almost took my glasses off. That's basic science, though. H2O, you know?
Right.
Just a formation of a cloud.
High quality H2O.
Now, that's some high quality H2O. No, but that's the basic science right there, you know? But that's insane how something like a cloud can be formed and rain, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why are there droughts if we can form a cloud?
Oh my god, dude. Are you serious? Like, I didn't even think about that.
Why are there
Why
droughts?
wouldn't they build that fucking
Well,
place?
Okay, think about it though. Money. It comes down to a few things, and money's one of them. Money's a big contender in that. No matter how many lives it may save, money is a big contender in how the government will spend
With everything.
their resources. Yeah. So, but it's insane. If that's what they're showing us, you know, just a basic cloud.
Yeah.
What are they keeping?
You
from
know
us?
they can do more.
Oh, you know they can do more.
Talking about that, let's go to my notes.
Bring it up.
Okay, so there's a thing called HARP.
Okay.
And also chemtrails.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the conspiracy world, chemtrails is like the baby steps
Mm.
to the conspiracy world. Like,
Is it like the entry level?
yeah,
Conspiracy of like manipulation of the weather.
I think so. Like, it's like people think that they're spraying chemtrails like to like kind of weed us out, to make us sick,
Mm-hmm.
to keep population down.
That's what one side believes, right?
Yeah, and some people think that it helps with the weather manipulation. Like, they put like, supposedly they think they put like silver ions in the air that like help change the weather somehow. With like, I don't even know. It's like, it gets really deep into science. And supposedly there's been like proof that they are doing this. So what's up, Jacqueline? So it just, those are two ways that people think that they do this geoengineering. And obviously we could see right there, that's one way that they can do it as well.
Yeah.
With that fucking cloud maker, right? So in the book called Geoengineering the Climate, in 1830s, James Pollard Espy was a meteorologist, and he wanted to stimulate rain by controlled forest fires. He was known as a storm king. So the idea of controlling the weather has been an idea since the 1830s.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
That's the first documented. Like,
yeah, documented. That's good word. Yeah.
That's
documented.
crazy. That's so long
That's
ago.
a long time ago.
They were
And by-
thinking about that.
And by doing forest fires too.
Yeah.
The simplest thing, you know, just by starting a forest fire, creating smoke, hoping that it forms in the air clouds, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird. Somebody in the, Teresa said chemtrails, question mark. So if she doesn't know, if you don't know what that is, Teresa, basically people believe that these planes are filled with some type of chemical, and when they fly across the sky, they leave those streaks that never dissipate. They like stay there for a long time, and they think that those streaks have chemicals in them that spray onto us to either
manipulation,
weather manipulation.
Well, not just weather, but also
make
mind
us
control
sick,
too.
Mind control. They think
Yeah.
there's a lot of conspiracy.
Yeah, to
with
make
it.
us sick. That's a good one. Make us sick. Weather manipulation. So all those things fall
Yeah.
into onto that umbrella.
Yeah. So
under.
next time you're looking up in the sky, you'll see them. She said she's seen them here in Albuquerque. Yeah, everybody sees them.
Yeah,
So-
they're all over. I mean, they're in Houston, everywhere.
They
all over
say
the
that they're caused just because, not because of chemicals, but it has something to do with
the
air-
atmosphere. Well, yeah, there's enough water vapor in the air already. And
Yeah.
so when an airplane goes through that plane, the wings pretty much activate and turn it into a cloud.
Right. Yeah.
And so they say that it's pretty much on the brink of turning into a cloud on its own, but because the plane is coming through it, it activates it and it manipulates it into a cloud.
So that's what the story they give you.
Yeah.
So they say that if they're called, those are called contrails.
Yeah.
So they said if contrails are created, they're supposed to dissipate almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And these chemtrails, what people say is that they hang over the sky for a very long time.
They do. It's really weird.
It's weird. What's going on, Jen?
Because we recently had did you know we had the air show Wings Over Houston?
Yeah.
This
Yeah. I
past
was
weekend?
watching it the other day.
So did you notice there weren't
No,
many?
there was no contrails.
Little to none, actually.
Yeah.
Funny, huh?
Kind of weird.
It's weird.
Supposedly there were some pictures released of airplanes that had like huge like chemical like barrels on them, and they were supposed to be what?
Where at?
They were on Google. Let me see if I can find pictures of them.
There were a bunch of airplanes coming in and out this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw this one that was looking pretty mysterious too.
Dude,
Like some
did you
barrels
see that
underneath them.
blue? Did you see that blue plane? It was huge, and it didn't have Air Force on it.
Blue.
I was driving home, and I was going down Space Center,
When
and I can't think.
was it? This weekend, or like yesterday?
It was last week. It wasn't during the weekend
Oh,
because
maybe
I was
they were
coming home from
practicing.
work. But it was a huge plane,
I don't know.
and my brother-in-law, he flies the bombers, so I know what those look like.
It was bigger than a bomb. What did it say? NASA on the side?
No, it didn't say anything. It was just blue, and it looked like there was. At first, I thought it was Trump because I know he was coming into town,
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of looked like Air Force One, but that wasn't the day that he was coming. So I was like, that's kind of weird.
I forgot what airplane NASA has. They fly it. They used to fly it around all the time. It was like a big nose airplane.
Maybe that's what it was.
It was like a big nose. I don't know if
Was
it's
it
blue
blue?
though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So here's a picture. Supposedly, this is a Boeing 777. 777. Wow, that's kind of weird. And supposedly these are containers that people think that spit out chemicals, but I don't know. Like the chemtrail thing is tough for me because I've seen so much evidence against it. So I don't know. It's tough, but
It's much like flat Earth, you know.
yeah, you kind of get laughed at if you believe in it. So I don't know why though. It seems like something that's possible. What's up, Alex? Okay, so let me go back to my notes.
Apex Alex.
Apex Alex. So Dennis Bushnell,
Mm-hmm.
a future strategic, future warfare chief scientist from NASA. He came up with the idea called microdust weaponry.
Yeah.
Micro-sized dust, which is distributed as an aerosol and inhaled into the lungs. The dust mechanically bores into your lung tissue and executes various pathological missions.
But what are
This was written by a guy that was the future warfare chief scientist, and it was released in 2001. Craziest thing, it's legal.
really
It's if this was to be implemented, it is legal.
is 100% legal by the government?
100% legal.
No crimes against humanity.
No crimes against humanity, nothing.
That's odd. And how long ago was this? I mean,
That was
2000.
released in 2001. I think he was saying that we would have it by 2020.
Ooh.
So that means we already have it.
Yeah, we already have it.
Do you think that they're using that on like places we're at war with?
Maybe, or do you think what I was thinking? Remember the mosquito sprayers?
Yeah, I do remember
Something along the lines of that.
That would be a good way to hide it.
That would be.
That's
At
crazy.
the same time, they could be spraying mosquitoes, but at the same time, shooting. Why not? 2 in
Yeah.
1.
That's crazy.
2 for 1 split.
It's scary, and it's scary that it's legal.
Yeah, it really is.
Look, I even put a face with a big eyes and an open mouth.
That's how legit it is.
That's how you know that I was
You're like,
that I was freaked out. I can't believe that that's
it's
legal.
legal. But what's the objective though?
They didn't say it. All they called it was future strategic issues and future weaponry.
Do you think martial law? Do you think that's going into play?
I mean, if it has something to do with
Because think about it. So what if there are droughts on purpose? What if there are hurricanes in certain areas on purpose? All to declare martial law.
Oh, to get everybody.
Yeah,
free.
because of natural disasters. And then the government will say, it's not safe for you to come out. We're implementing a curfew.
Yeah.
And then
That's a really good point.
And then people start, we can't take this curfew anymore. We have to go out and get our food. And then people start rioting. And then the army comes in. They declare martial law, you know?
Roman, you're freaking me out, dude.
One section at a time.
You're freaking me out.
One section at a time, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's true. That'd be a really good way to implement it. And did you notice how all these hurricanes, there's so many going on?
There's
like
one coming this way.
From
the Pacific.
This way?
Yeah. Okay, so the way its route, it's coming from Baja de Mexico, or I don't know, whatever that side is called.
Underneath
From the
California, right?
Pacific, yeah. And it's cutting through Mexico, and then it's going like almost like a northeast passage. Like it's making a curve.
I don't think
towards
I've ever
Texas.
even seen that.
Yeah, it's coming. I think it should be.
You
here.
know what
by the
the
time
name
it gets here, it's not going to be a hurricane. It's going to be like storms, you know.
Yeah, it's
like
gonna
a front.
it's gonna like break apart.
Dissipate,
basically.
pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, there was at the beginning of hurricane season this year. I remember there was 3 hurricanes coming from for us in the Atlantic. That's the Atlantic, right, between us and Europe, us and Africa. I don't want to sound stupid, but I really don't know.
You're like, I'm not good at geometry.
Yeah, geometry. Yeah, so that was pretty weird. I mean, it's weird how frequent these hurricanes are now.
They are. If you ever so this past few months, this hurricane season, I'll go on this website, Windy, I believe, windy.com. It's a really cool website to show like forecasts and radar, Doppler radars. And I was looking all across the world, and I think it was like in June or July, I saw, I don't know how many, they call them different names, typhoons and
oh
and
yeah, they
whatnot
have different
around
names
the world. But there were a lot around the world going at the same time.
Yeah,
Man, I did not know how many there were.
scary.
It is scary, man. It's like you can't fly or travel the world without encountering one.
That's what scares me about going on like cruise ships. I'm scared I'm gonna get caught in a storm.
Oh, they just go straight through it, right?
Oh, that's so scary.
They're
I watched that Poseidon movie where the ship flips and then it goes under. It's like going under, and the people have to like try to get through to the top. Like the ship's flipped over. You never seen that movie?
No.
Really? It's good,
No,
dude.
Is
You
it
should
on
watch
Netflix?
it. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's good. I think it's from like 2004. Let me go to the chat real fast. We got some new folk here. What is going on, Karen? We got Sean. We got Just Paranormal in the house tonight. Everybody's here.
Get out of here, Sean. No one wants you. Your chemtrail theory.
You chemtrail. We got everybody in the house tonight. Everybody give a what's up to Just Paranormal peeps. And just to let everybody know, on Halloween, I will be releasing our last investigation we did on Saturday. It was cool. It was fun.
It was fun. I like that place.
Yeah, it was.
If you're in the Houston area or if you're in Galveston, I would recommend going to, what's it called?
Mayfield Manor.
That was it's a haunted house.
Yeah, it's an all year round haunted attraction.
And so half of it's a haunted house, half of it's like a museum.
Yeah, like this pirate
pirates.
thing. Yeah.
Because for those of you who don't know, Galveston was pretty famous for all the pirates coming down from, just around the Caribbean to hide their gold.
Yeah.
And I think a famous one was Lafitte. I think that's his name.
Oh, yeah.
Lafitte the pirate.
Yeah. Lafitte the pirate.
He died.
The butt pirate.
The butt pirate.
Sean said he's going to put out a diss track on you.
Bring it, homeboy.
He's going to respond to you. He already has one on deck waiting to go.
Are we loud? I think we're...
Are we peaking? Are we really loud?
Yeah,
Guys,
we're peaking. Not anymore. Okay, anyway.
Let me see if we're peaking on the... I think it's just whenever we like get crunk and start laughing.
Dude, I think we peaked a long time ago. Now we're out.
I know, dude. We're going on the downward hill now.
Okay, so getting back on topic. So we talked about the chemtrails and their possible manipulation and objective to take over the world and rape us and peg us. So and we also talked about like HARP. But what is so HARP is like a government funded thing?
Yeah, so let me see. I have HARP written down here. I don't know why I didn't look at it. Like I thought I wrote down what HARP stood for.
Oh my god,
because it's an acronym.
We need Karen on the show. She does better research than you.
She really does. Shit. I don't have it what it means. If somebody can find it for me in the chat.
We'll do this. Sorry.
Why did I not write that down? I could have swore I wrote it down. Let me go to my notes while Roman's looking that up. So in 1966, there was a NASA document called a Recommended National Program in Weather Modification. 1966. In the document, there was each like division of NASA, and they all had plans for a weather manipulation thing. I don't know what you want to call it. So the ESSA's planned weather, they had a planned weather modification program. The DoD, Department of Defense, had a weather mod plan. The Bureau of Reclamation and the National Science Foundation all have weather modification plans, and this is from 1966.
That long ago?
Yes, the Federal Aviation Agency and NASA. So that's 6 bureaus in this NASA document all had ideas, different ways to go about weather.
Wait, were all those in collaboration with NASA?
Yes. Yeah, it was all in a NASA document that they all like put all their ideas in it to modify the weather in 1966.
So weird. Okay, so it says that HARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
Yeah, Teresa said it already. Jen said Harmony Appliance Rectal Penetration. I like the latter part on that.
Penetration?
The rectal penetration.
Oh.
Sean said it's been declassified for 2 years. Why are we even having this conversation? Shut up, Sean. Don't be rude. You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah,
dude, Roman's
Sean,
gonna diss you hard, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna bring out my diss
That's it.
track.
I'm going after Sean too.
I'm gonna skip the diss track. I'm gonna bring out a diss video.
Oh,
snap!
He's gonna diss
it's gonna
you
be
on
a
video.
diss music video.
Teresa said it's a scientific endeavor aimed at studying the properties and behavior of the ionosphere. Yeah, or changing the weather. Let me show pictures of HARP for the folks here.
Over here.
Yeah, it's weird, and supposedly it was shut down.
But why?
But it wasn't.
Just like it just how NASA got defunded.
Right.
Thanks, Obama. Ruined my dreams of becoming an astronaut. You suck.
Yeah,
as a
what am I gonna
president.
do now?
You know, whoever supports Obama can die with. I'm just kidding.
so this was HARP right here. So through the 60s and 70s, the idea of weather modification was very popular. Like cartoons and other stuff would have like evil villains creating a way to modify the weather to kill the humanity.
Yeah, there was a movie that just came out too where they manipulated like a weapon to manipulate the weather.
Really?
Yeah, it was a movie. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like
they don't care that like. I don't see how they expect us not to believe it whenever they fucking show us on video that they can make a cloud that rains.
Okay, but like, do you think it's possible to create a tornado?
I don't know. Okay, so there's only a limited amount of control you have over the weather, right? Because even if you create something,
because the Earth has natural currents, you know, of highs and lows.
Yeah, because even if you create something, like you still can't really aim it.
That we know
of.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it's almost like a spindle top.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you used to play with them? Well,
I didn't, Roman.
You can.
I was poor.
Up. I know you're, dude. Those things are like 50 cents.
I was poor.
No, that's not poor. That's broke.
No, dude. I was like poor.
Like poor. You were like on welfare check. Poor.
You ever suck dick for a 99-cent cheeseburger?
I've done it for a 50-cent hot dog.
Oh my god.
But what I'm saying is, with the top, you can almost aim it. You know, that's almost like a tornado, right? You can like.
Dude, that's a horrible example because it's a
shut
top.
Up, they both spin.
It's a plastic top that you spin with your fingers compared to a fucking wind, like going. Karen said you watch stupid movies.
Yeah, JP, you're stupid.
Okay, so Sean said yes, you can create a tornado. Harvey was seeded to grow massive just before hitting land. That was a weird one. How Harvey? Like, did you see? You know, the amount of water that it dumped on Houston was absolutely insane compared to the rest of.
It came so it came over, right, and then it left us, and then it came back in, and then it left us, and then it came back in.
It was like,
and then when it went back out again, like whenever it was showing motion to go back out into the Gulf of Mexico, it just stayed on top of us. It stalled for like a good hour or two, right on top of us.
Yeah,
and then
sat on us,
and then it started moving, but at a slow pace, dude.
It just sat on top of us. It was so fucking weird.
We got so much water, dude.
It says that we got 51.88 inches of rain.
Do you think? Okay, so there were, I think I heard like a not a classification, but fuck, I can't even think of the word. Press conference about whether or not they should come up with a new category for hurricanes, like a category 6.
Because they're getting so much stronger.
Yeah. Well, they're becoming more.
That's crazy. Let me see. So
I mean, can you imagine a category 6? So what's a category 5? It's like 200 miles an hour winds, or 150 and up, right?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Hey Google, how fast are winds in a Category 5 hurricane?
According to Wikipedia, the highest classification in the scale, Category 5, consists of storms with sustained winds exceeding 156 miles.
Yeah.
156 miles per hour. So they said that 27 trillion gallons of water dropped on Houston during Harvey.
Holy crap!
That's enough water
trillion?
to fill 86,000 Astrodomes. And if for those of you that aren't from Houston, Astrodome is our old like sports complex.
Yeah, it used to be where the Astros played.
So 51.88 inches of rain, and then 27 trillion gallons of water
Over
dropped on
Houston. Over the Harris County area, pretty much.
Yeah,
And Galveston.
that's insane, dude.
Dang, that is a lot of water, dude.
That was absolutely insane.
Do you know how salty California was? Because they're like, hey, man, we can use some water over here.
I know, right? I know, like, just fucking take some of it.
No, remember last year? Okay, so this side of the world, right, the Gulf Coast and the surrounding areas, they were getting drenched water. The West Coast was experiencing wildfires. And then I forgot what the East Coast was
I
experiencing.
wonder what the
blizzard.
safest state is. Like
In terms of like
natural
Natural
disasters.
disasters. Kansas has tornadoes. That's Tornado Alley.
Yeah, you have Tornado Alley's just like straight up from us
anything
to
on the
straight up.
To be honest with you, I would say I wouldn't say Texas is the safest, but in terms of like being safe from like hurricanes, I think it's one unless you include Georgia and all them, but they got hit twice this year.
Maybe
And
like
the Carolinas.
like West Texas.
You think so?
Like,
no, but there was a reported
or they probably have earthquakes.
earthquake. Yeah.
Central Texas.
Central Texas has I want to say
I guess
flooding
hurricanes too.
they had floodings
tornadoes
earlier this year or earlier a couple of days ago. Remember, Austin's in a boil water ban or ban water, whatever it's called.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have to boil their water because the floodwaters infiltrated their water system.
Jeez.
I know. So
I guess
it's
you're not safe anywhere.
You're
Hide
not
your
safe.
kids, hide your wife. Natural disaster. Killing everybody
California.
out
Let's see.
here.
There's earthquakes over there. I guess the whole West Coast because they got those wildfires.
Yeah, the West Coast is not a fun place.
Do you think Nebraska?
They have earthquakes
I would
too.
say the northern states, but there's a bunch of blizzards during the winter time.
Teresa said that they don't get tornadoes in Albuquerque, but do y'all ever get dust storms like out there in the desert? I wonder if that happens a lot.
Yeah, I think there are, aren't there?
Yeah. So HARP is supposedly uses the ionosphere heaters. It heats the ionosphere to. Let me see. Sorry, my handwriting is
just
horrible.
nonchalantly just get back up
To charge weather and mod the atmosphere. So they heat it. That's supposedly what HARP was supposed to be doing. But what was the cover story for HARP? I don't even know like what it was supposed to be doing. Like what
just
what
to
the
research the weather.
Is that what it was? Like that's
I
what
think
they were
so.
saying.
Just like Skylab for NASA.
Them son of a bitches. They're
So
lying
good.
to us.
They're lying. I'm telling you, man.
And then that HARP isn't the only weather modification place in the world. You have the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, the Sura Ionospheric Heating Facility in Russia, and the IceCat. It's EISCAT Association in Sweden. And I remember reading there was multiple ones of those, of the IceCat or whatever they are, in Sweden. So, like right there, man, it just shows you that they're everywhere. It's not just here. It's not just in America.
What about Antarctica?
That's probably where they have like the biggest
probably where
HARP facility ever.
Probably, because no one is allowed to go there.
We need to do another Antarctica show.
We do. Because we talked about it in the old one, right?
Yeah. We did talk about it on the other one. It's weird, man. There's just so many weird things going on with that continent.
I don't know, but can you talk about Antarctica for a whole hour?
No.
I'd be like...
We could watch penguin videos.
Ice.
Nothingness.
Ice Cube. Ice Tea. Ice Vanilla.
Penguins.
Penguins.
Polar bears.
Did you know they migrate from South America to Antarctica? That's a long trek.
Holy shit.
Yeah, from the tip of South America.
That's crazy. That is really weird. Okay, so I know. Sorry, guys. This like there's a lot of information for this, but there's only so much you can like ramble on about.
Report
like,
about it. Well,
now-
I mean, think about it. Okay, like remember how I was saying how what if they come up with another Category 6 like hurricane? What would you do in that situation? You know,
I wonder what's the fastest hurricane to ever be recorded.
I think it was like fastest wind speed.
Yeah, should I ask?
Yeah, I just asked Google.
Google.
Yeah, I asked Google.
Hey Google, what's the fastest hurricane ever recorded?
Here's a summary from the website.
Oh, God.
She's giving us a summary.
Now the strongest
Hurricane Irma.
recorded in the Atlantic.
Okay, Google. Thank you.
Wait.
Irma, wasn't it?
I
Irma?
wanted to.
Good job.
It was Irma, wasn't it? Irma.
Yeah, but I wanted to know how fast it was going.
Oh, well, you just asked how
Yeah.
what was the fastest? I can look it up.
Okay. Well, Google was telling us. She got mad whenever you said, "Okay, Google."
Irma wind speeds.
Okay.
185.
185.
Holy crap! Where did it hit? Where did Irma hit? That was in 2017.
Yeah, where did her?
Oh, that was Puerto Rico and all that, right?
Oh,
that was, like, right after
it,
Harvey.
Like, leveled.
Yeah, that was right after Harvey. Florida,
Jeez.
Puerto Rico, Caribbean island, Cuba. Yeah, that
Okay.
was right after Harvey.
So, question: if they do this and they're able to do it, why wouldn't they use it as a weapon?
Against like other countries.
Or like what you were saying, that martial law theory that you had.
Well, okay, so
Don't listen to me. That's what you're gonna
No,
say.
no.
Well, don't
Well,
listen.
don't
to me.
listen to me. What am I talking about? No, I think there are a number of factors. I think they're perfecting it. Like the United States government. Okay, this is Roman going on full off the rails here, okay? I'm not saying any of this is what I truly
I'm so
believe.
excited to hear it.
But I'm just going off my imagination here.
Mhm.
So, the United States is a peacekeeper of the world, right? As much as we don't like it, as much as we try not to, back in the early 1900s, our state of isolation, we got into world affairs. He is a nationalist still. We got into world affairs, right? And we didn't like it. After World War II, we were pretty much locked into world affairs. So now we're in this kind of time of peace, right? It's kind of an awkward time. There's not really a war going on, but it's not 100% peace. There are small skirmishes and battles throughout the world still selling.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying
There's always
is,
a religious.
so what
war
I'm saying
somewhere.
is, until the United States fully controls the world in its peacekeeping time or manner, and everyone else doesn't have a remotely close military, I think Russia and China are the closest ones.
Mhm.
I think until those militaries go out of existence, the U.S. government's going to be practicing on HARP and how to manipulate the weather. Because if you think about it, you can't really manipulate. You can't send a hurricane to a place where a hurricane doesn't naturally start, or evolve into. So you can't really use.
Then that would raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, well, not only that, it's like who knows how long the hurricane will last over there.
Yeah, true.
Maybe it'll do nothing.
It has to have some sort of like natural, like,
Yeah.
to it, because it has to like build.
It has to be natural.
Yeah.
So I think the rest of the world has to become at peace before the U.S. government's like, okay, we for sure have the upper hand in the world. We are for sure the peacekeepers, quote unquote. We are for sure the number one dominant powerhouse. So let's start to take over the world. And how are we going to do that? Declaring martial law on our people, control them 100%.
Yeah.
How? I don't know.
Through natural
Why?
disasters.
I don't know. How is that going to be? I don't know. Like I said, I'm going off the rails. What's the purpose of that? Because how are you going to build an economy off of destroying your own people?
Okay, so the New World Order is focused around the idea of one world, one government, one religion, one monetary, one one enemy. Supposedly, a lot of people believe that they're gonna fake an alien invasion in order for us to team up together,
Mm-hmm.
because in turn that will make it easier for us to be controlled.
Yeah.
Like if we're all on one team.
Yeah.
And then they say once they get that implemented, then the population control begins. So they implement a virus that takes out so many percentage of the world. And you find like people like very, very, very rich people, like the Rockefellers. I was in one of the Rockefellers' books. They wrote that the population should be at a certain number or something like that. It was fucking weird. They're very open about the idea of population control. They don't have an issue with that.
The Rockefellers.
And sometimes when I'm in traffic, I'm like, population control is not a bad idea. But seriously, it's a thing that like people like they talk about. You go to the what are they called? The Georgia Guidestones. You ever seen those Georgia Guidestones?
Yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah, and it's like these stones that are like, they're etched with like, basically the New World Order's agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
one God, one
and
government.
it even says, there's a certain amount of people that should be on Earth.
Now, is it higher or lower than what's on it right now?
Very low. Let me see if I can find it.
Very lower?
Yeah.
Like 1 billion? 500,000? 500,000? 500 million?
Let me see. Population. Georgia guys. 500 million.
Yeah, so 500 million?
Yeah. There's 7 billion people in the world.
7? Yeah, I know.
So they say that they want to maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. 500 million compared to 7 billion.
7+ billion. I think it's like 7.5, right?
Let's see. Hey Google. Hey Google.
She doesn't want to work.
What's 7 billion minus 500 million?
That's 6 point.
The answer is 6,500,000,000.
6 billion. 6.5
Did you feel?
billion.
Did you,
I don't know why I even asked that. It's pretty simple math there.
did you feel simple math?
The zeros scared me. I'm like Einstein. I can't do simple math.
Einstein! No.
Yeah.
How are they going to do that, though?
They're gonna kill. They want to kill off
wanna kill us?
6.5 billion people.
That's genocide. So
You
how
can
do you
start by
join? How do you join?
hurricanes and weather
How
manipulation?
do you join the 500 million? Is it? It's just if you become one of the lucky few,
I guess so.
or do you think they actually? Do you think? Okay, so
What does it matter? We're most likely gonna die.
No, I'm not. Okay, I have special blood.
Isn't it funny that like the idea runs through your head for a second that like, oh man, I'll actually survive. Like, oh, that could be me.
That can be me.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be you. Everybody on this chat and watching right now,
chance.
you're gonna die.
Well, we're all gonna die eventually, but lucky for us, our voices, you and I, will be forever on the internet as long as the internet evolves and
that's so cool.
stay up there.
That's so cool.
As for the people on the chat, with the exception of a few who have YouTube pages, you're all just gonna die without a voice.
You'll never be remembered.
You'll never be remembered.
It's so fucked up.
Some aliens will come across this channel one day,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, haha, "They were wrong."
Yeah. We are the ones that manipulated the weather. We implemented the guidestones.
Let's go play Grand Theft Auto 12.
Grand Theft Auto 12.
But 500 million?
And I mean, that could start by natural disasters. What's the easiest way to wipe out some people?
Okay, be honest with me. Which countries would go first?
I mean, just knock Africa out.
And Haiti. Make sure we get that place.
That's probably well, China too. That's probably most of the population.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I wonder how many people are in China.
Oh no, I was saying like, I don't know why I said you think so. No, there's like 1.9.
Like third world countries will be first.
There's 1.9 billion people in China, right? That's the population of China, and there's like 1.7 billion in India. But India's catching up really fast.
Jesus, that's a lot of people.
That's
You
a
know,
lot.
in India they have to put signs.
It's not 1.9. It can't be. I'm sorry. What?
In India they have to put signs to tell people not to shit on the streets, because people just shit on the streets in India.
Well, that was the whole. It's 1.3 billion in China,
Oh my god!
and I think it's 1.1 in
and
India.
there's 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah,
So those two countries have 2 billion of.
they take a
7.
third. All right,
That's insane.
they take a third of the population. Yeah, dude. I mean, India and China. No, it's India, right, where they have the signs not to.
Yes,
Take a crap
India.
on
You're not supposed
on-
to take shits on the street.
I mean, they were the middle. Think of middle-aged Europe
I wonder why they do that.
because they don't have the infrastructure for plumbing.
Because there's too many people.
Probably.
God.
I mean, think about it.
Man,
Think of-
population control sounds
Think
nice.
of. I think.
Maybe
in-
a billion though. Let's just get down to a billion.
I think okay, so India is probably smaller geographically than the United States. What?
Sean said I shit on the street in Texas.
Well, Sean, you could take that shit and shove it right back up your ass, buddy. You know what? You don't mess with Texas, mofo, because once you take that shit's gonna start boiling because Texas is so
Ooh,
hot
and it's gonna stink.
It's gonna stink. And you know what? I'm gonna take a pooper scooper and I'm gonna peg you with the poop as lubricant.
Jesus Christ.
But
Don't mess
imagine
with Texas. Don't
imagine
shit on
fitting,
Texas.
Imagine fitting like over 1 billion people in a.
I thought you were gonna say, imagine fitting a
A
shit
billion
back
people-
into your ass.
Imagine filling 1 billion people in Sean's ass. No, imagine filling 1 billion people in a country smaller than the United States. That's a lot.
That is a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, man. They say we can fit the whole human population in Texas.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
We'd have to be like shoulder to shoulder.
We would be in a city-state area, like almost like New York.
Mhm.
Like everything's super small.
Oh, that's
Like-
interesting. I
Like
can see
everyone,
that, though.
everyone would be in an apartment.
I can't remember how they said how many Texases could fit in Africa. It's insane. The number's so crazy.
How many Texases can fit in Africa?
Yeah, like if you had more than one Texas, how many could fit in Africa? Because Africa's so big.
How big is Africa, man?
Or it might even been can fit in Africa. It might even be the whole United States.
How many Africas can fit in Texas? That's how big Texas is.
The UK can fit in Africa over 120 times.
And we're bigger than the UK.
How many times can US fit into Africa? I like how like we were talking about weather manipulation. Now we're talking about population control.
Oh, we're on macrumors.com. Oh, the website. I love that website.
You know this website?
Yeah, I go in there all the time. That's where
What
you
does it
go.
say?
That's where you go for like Apple leaks and all that.
I remember I saw it. I think it was like 13 United States can fit into Africa or something
You're
like that.
13.
That's crazy, dude.
Would you be my friend if I was a 14-year-old boy?
What the fuck? I don't even know how to answer that. I'm kind of scared to answer that.
Dude, I hope the government's watching now.
Joe said I can fit in your sister.
Oh,
shit. Man.
Joke's on you.
Well,
Sister's dead.
I don't know what else to talk about when it comes to the weather besides
We can talk about Joe's butthole and how small it is.
how small it is. Yeah, you have a small butthole,
Yeah,
loser.
don't you ever get fucked?
Yeah, you loser. When you tried that sometimes.
Why don't you get pegged by Sean? He'll have a shit stick for you.
Dude, we weren't really far off left field in this one.
Dude, it's done. Harp is fake. You're fake. It's all a conspiracy. Fuck off.
So, 1 through 10, 10 being that they do manipulate the weather, which it's proven that they do. Do you think they use it as a weapon?
No.
No, you don't think they use it as a weapon?
To be honest with you, no.
No.
I want to believe, though.
It'd be interesting. I mean, if you found out that the United States was using weather weapon,
Okay.
what would you think? Like, would you even be against it? Because what if we were using it against somebody that we were in war with?
I would try to go on YouTube and try to delete this video because I said I didn't believe in it. But what would I do? I don't know, man. I would just fucking freak out. I would, okay, to be honest with you, if I found out that the United States was using weather manipulation to attack us or to attack anybody else, foreign nation, I'd be like, man, we're one hell of a badass country, dude. Honestly, that's what I would think. That's what I would think. I would be scared out of my mind because, you know, the government can turn on us in a second.
Yeah.
You
That's true. And they probably tested on us first.
They did.
'Cause
I'm
it's
pretty
easier
sure. Yeah.
to send it to us than to somebody else.
Like nuke towns back in the 50s and 60s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had towns for weather manipulation.
I'm sure.
Do you think the Dust Bowl
Was
remember
created?
was created?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's something to look into. You see, so Sean just said California wildfires were the same thing. Yeah, they say that they use lasers to
Mhm.
create the wildfires.
You think so?
Yeah, because
I'm glad you brought that up because thank you, Sean, because there was a video of a helicopter carrying a bunch of like ashes, not ashes, but like flames, like fired up.
weird.
Dude, I can't even think.
And
right
they were
now.
like dropping it.
yeah,
into-
they were dropping the fire onto the woods.
weird. That's fucking weird.
There were, some people were saying, "Oh, what are you doing? Fighting fire with fire?"
Well, supposedly there's this like laser type thing, governmental laser testing facility in California, and they think that they use lasers because there's like pictures where like the wildfires like burnt down houses, but the trees are still standing, and like they like brought the houses down to nothing, like just to ash, and like if you see like normal house fires, like they don't burn like that, so like people think that they were lasers.
It must have been pretty hot.
Yeah, but what about the trees not like?
Not catching.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
pretty
mysterious.
That's pretty
Like,
weird.
why would they? It's so that would lead to suspicion that they do have lasers and they're targeting the houses to make believe that, oh, these are devastating fires.
Yeah, that's really
When in
strange.
reality, it's probably just a small formulated fire, and they're just killing a laser. It's a freaking laser on a shark.
Let's go to the chat real fast. So, Jen said, "Man, I accidentally subbed a young kid, but when I found out, I didn't want to unsubscribe. Didn't want to hurt his feelings. Conflicted thoughts." Well, if they're putting out good content, you should just stay subbed. Sean said, "Direct energy weapons." Very true. That's exactly what and just for those watching, Sean will be on the show Thursday talking about all kinds of stuff.
We should talk about electron accelerators or particle accelerators, like sometime.
Oh, like the CERN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on that when we talked about simulation theory, right?
I want to talk about more.
Did we talk about or?
We hardly.
Oh,
about it.
Mandela effects.
Mandela effect.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
We'll have another Mandela effect episode because
Yeah.
people love that stuff. It's
I thought we
crazy.
talked about that.
We should just like find some Mandela effect videos and watch them and then discuss them.
Didn't we talk about that?
Wait, did we?
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
We didn't.
Sean said he's woke as fuck. Yes, you are, bruh.
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 Well, so okay. What about you? Oh, what did I say was my skill? Probably like 1 non-believable. I'd say 2.
So you don't think they use it as weapons?
Not as weapons, but I do. Okay. Well, okay. The question was, do they use them as weapons?
Mm-hmm.
2.
Do they control the weather?
Yes. 3 or 4. That's a 4. I'll go with a 4.
And 4 in 1 is not believing it, right?
1 is not believing it.
Okay.
So I'll go 5. How about that? 5 for they manipulate the weather. 2 for they use it as a weapon.
Okay, so I go to 5 that they use it as a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and 9 that they manipulate the weather.
You're fucking stupid.
I'm pretty sure they fucking and they may not and what I mean is like they don't even do it. They just do it just to test to see if they can.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if we can create a hurricane in the Atlantic. Hurricane.
That is very true.
That's what I think they do. It's like testing in order to eventually get it to a point where it can be weaponized.
Yeah. Let's see how many hurricanes we can just pop up spawn within the next, let's say a month.
Pop up 3
different hurricanes.
Yeah.
So
That's where I'm at.
That's it. I mean, that's it.
Let us know in the chat real fast. Come
Pretty
on,
much
let us know. 10 being you believe it. Okay, put 2 numbers. The first number is do you believe it being a weapon?
Do you believe?
The second number is do you believe that they actually manipulate the weather? Let us know. I want to see what everybody thinks because it's super interesting stuff.
So next week we're gonna be talking about why we haven't been back to the moon. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We should do a moon conspiracy.
A moon conspiracy one.
Man, that just takes a lot of that just takes a lot of research.
The moon conspiracy. I've been watching a bunch because I went to
Have
go
you?
see. I went to go see First Man.
Mm-hmm.
A couple, I think, last week.
Got you interested?
Well, I've always been interested, but it's so weird. I went to go see First Man, and then on YouTube the very next day, a whole bunch of videos about space. Why haven't we been there? Why haven't the cosmonauts been to space? Why is Skylab? What is Skylab? Why haven't we been through the what's his name's belt? Evan Belt, not Evan Belt.
It's the radiation.
The radiation belt.
Van Allen.
Van Allen. There you go.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, I didn't even Google or search any of these videos, and it just popped up just because I went to go see a movie. Weird.
That's fucking weird.
I'll tell you what's weird. I took a picture. So at Walmart, this is off topic, but at Walmart, they have these arcade machines for sale for $300. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah.
It's like the classic arcade.
Mm-hmm.
I think Galaga's on
It's
there.
like $300 or something.
Yeah. I took a picture of it and I posted it in my other friend's chat, and I'm like, look, dude, guys, look what's here. And then an hour later, I'm on Amazon.
And it's there.
And yeah, it's advertising towards me.
This is how far technology has gotten. We were at this place called Old McDonald's Farm. You know what that is, right? It's like it's like a family place where you go and they have like farm animals and they have like a little train that rides around or whatever, and they have pumpkin patch. They had an animal there and I didn't know what it was.
Was it a cow?
No, I know what a cow is.
Was it a chicken?
No.
It was a man bear pig.
I was like, what is that? Because I kind of looked like a jackrabbit, but it was like huge. So I was like, what the fuck is that? And then it kind of almost looked like
That's Jack the Ripper.
like a mini kangaroo. It was so confusing, right? It's like, what is that? So I got my camera and to take a picture of it. And I was like, I'm going to look this up later. And then I remembered, hey, I have the thing on the Pixel where if you take a picture and you point it at something, it can tell you information about it. And I did it, and it told me it was a wallaby based off of a picture that I took. Like, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, it is insane.
Dude, let's talk about the moon conspiracy. Like, can you enlighten me on that? Because I've done some research, but not a lot. I haven't gotten into it deep.
Yeah, I can enlighten you.
The moon one, and JFK, I haven't got deep into.
We can talk about those. Could go hand in hand. Nah, we'll save the JFK one for it because that one can go pretty deep.
Yeah, I mean, I know very little, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know it all because I really don't. Like,
With how many snipers there are, and
because
Oswald.
it's just because it's like those two are the ones that I'm just like pretty certain that they weren't what, like, they were lies.
I feel like the whole 60s, right? No, I mean, I'm pretty sure it goes back further, like 50s and 40s. I'm sure the whole 60s with the Bay of Pigs and JFK and the moon landing. I mean, the whole thing was just a nasty. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of espionage going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a bunch of secrets that we don't know about that are still classified.
Yeah, that's why I think like the moon and JFK. I've never done a lot of research into them because I'm like, just from what I know of them, I'm like, oh yeah, like the government had something to do with killing JFK and the moon landing was fake.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty certain. That's how I feel about it.
It's funny because I think it was 62 whenever Kennedy was in Houston. He was talking, you know, that famous Rice speech.
Yeah.
We choose to go to the moon. That speech. People weren't even thinking about going to the moon, man. Yeah. I mean, we were in the early stages of the space race, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a few years back, the Russians launched Sputnik, and that was the first real satellite, the human satellite. And JFK's like, well, we're going to the moon before the end of the decade. And people are like, you know, yeah, we choose. But if you think about it in hindsight, that's crazy to think. You know, that's an achievement no one has ever done.
Yeah, it's true.
And what was it? Trump said he's going to make a space force.
Yes.
And then people are laughing at him.
Yeah.
But that's more tangible than going to the moon back then.
Right.
You know, making a space force is more realistic.
It's true. I just don't see how people believe we went to the moon. That's a tough one to get behind.
There's a lot for it.
Let's figure out what we're going to discuss next week, but I'm kind of leaning towards the moon thing.
Okay, we'll talk about Batman.
Cool. Got it. All right, folks. So again, thanks for watching. If you're new here, subscribe. I usually upload Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but I'm not doing it this week because I am editing the Halloween investigation video that will be out on Halloween.
So go find other content.
Hey, and YouTube, yeah, and YouTube does this thing now where they call it YouTube Premiere, and basically I can set a time that the investigation is going to premiere, and while people are watching it for the first time, I can be chatting with them so they can do a Q&A.
No way.
Yeah. So I'm going to try it out whenever this video comes on Halloween. If you want to come over, we can pick a time that it's gonna air, and then we can do Q&A.
Oh, Halloween day?
Oh man, that's gonna be tough.
I know, because I may be going to a concert that day.
Okay, if you do, it's okay. I'll do it by myself,
okay.
But I'll just do it late. I have to be late because I'm going trick-or-treating with the fam.
Why do you have to have a family?
I know. I could do it during the day too. I don't do anything at
work. How
work.
old is she? Just let her go on her own.
Yeah. I let my 2-year-old daughter just roam the streets.
She's like, give me my candy.
I could do it at I could do it during the day at work because I don't do anything at work.
Yeah, a little lazy bum.
Okay, so if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We live stream Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Central every week.
Who's gonna be Thursday?
Sean. Damn,
Snap! I'm gonna diss you, Sean of the Dead.
So everybody, thanks for watching. You are the best, and everybody on the chat and watching, have a good night. We love y'all. We love y'all. We really do.